What is something nobody warns people about enough when it comes to having kids? There's a very good chance they won't turn out like you think. You have to parent the kid you have. The books are fine for ideas. Your experience, friends' thoughts, pediatricians, therapists. But at the end of it all, you have this complicated little person you're in charge of with their own preferences, feelings, insecurities, abilities. And you have to do what works for them and your family and, of course, also raise someone who isn't a blight on humanity or menace to society. When they grow older, you don't have a private life anymore. They stay awake longer than you. How important the years between 7 and 12 are for building a bond. One that lasts into the teenage years. They are so hard to listen to at that age with all the starts and stops in conversation, and they talk about the most boring things, but it is so important to listen and converse at those ages. They will grow into teenagers that will talk to you and be fun to talk to. But only if you can get through long boring conversations about Minecraft or whatever thing they are currently into. The days are long and the years are so very short. Once they get out of the toddler stage, it can become extremely worrisome and time-consuming to parent them to become good people. They start asking questions, and they form their own opinions. It's a very delicate balance between trying to get them to listen to important things and trying to get them to become more independent. It makes you think you are constantly messing it all up. It can be very hard to find a balance. I once had to explain to the older child that we don't touch other people's private parts while nursing the baby. The boundaries change at different ages and it's hella confusing for the older one. Practicing diapers on a doll doesn't count. You're ready when you can do it on a cat. Parenthood does not end when they turn 18. It's for the rest of your life. You will never sleep the same again. It's just different levels of fear and worries as they get older. Also, I stupidly thought once I had a child I would automatically know how to parent. You're the same dummy before and after having a child. And you realize how much your parents were winging it. For me, I stopped having a chance to think anything through without interruption. I had a very hard time with that. I couldn't remember anything, couldn't make decisions, etc. because every thought seemed to get interrupted. I'd just sit in my car alone sometimes so I could think. It is one of the 2 or 3 most absolute and permanent decisions you can make in life. Once you have kids, you have kids. No going back. No choosing differently. No letting time pass to heal any wounds. Not saying this is good or bad. It's just a permanent decision. If you don't take giving them up for adoption into account. Nothing prepared me for the sheer unrelentingness of parenting. Every day for many years has to be finished with a dinner, bath, bed routine that takes 2 hours. Regardless of how tired, upset or unwell you are. Difficult enough if you've been at work all day. Yes. But also if you're on holidays and got a little bit sunburnt. Or been to a family wedding and overeaten. Or spent the day assembling IKEA furniture and are just exhausted. As a childless adult you could occasionally say, "I'm just having takeaway tonight." And flop in front of the TV until bedtime. As a parent, that's not an option. Other people will hate your kids. You can lose who you are while you're raising them. But it's so important to take time for yourself to keep this from happening. Also, that you have to teach them to pull their pants up. I knew I would have to teach how to use the potty, eat, tie shoes, etc. But I was so caught off guard about having to explain how to pull pants up when getting dressed. It's a tricky maneuver for littles. How judgmental other people, especially other parents, can be. Everything takes longer than you thought it would. Leaving the house with a baby or toddler takes an extra 10 minutes minimum to make sure they haven't shit themselves. You have a change of clothes and extra nappies, milk, food, toys, etc. Strapping them into your car seat or pram stroller is like wrestling with an incooperative, strangely strong yet ultimately fragile octopus. Everyone says that they won't resort to screen time or frozen meals like chicken nuggets. In my experience, yes, you will. Because you cannot keep a house tidy, have clean clothes, make meals, do grocery shopping, work, without compromising a few things in order to maintain sanity. There's only so many hours in the day, and so thinly you can spread yourself across the rest of your life. You may have to compromise a few parts of your life. Heading out to a friend's barbecue now comes with limitations. You won't be able to stay for a long time. And you might not get to talk to your friend's as much as you wanted. Because you now have a small person constantly tugging on your leg to, look at this, and, can I have, and, can we go home? And, what's that? And, stop talking to them and listen to me. Obviously it all depends on you and your kid. But it can be tricky to juggle. They do stupid shit all the time. There's no self-preservation. There's no logic. There's no forethought or consideration of consequences. They do weird things and there's no reason for any of it. They will take a direct route to whatever they want. And if that means walking across a mountain of toys, clothes, books, rocks, water, mud, then that's just the way it is. At the end of the day, you miss them. Regardless of how your day went, or how close you were to screaming or just shutting the door and walking away. When they close their eyes and go to sleep, you cannot wait to see them again and try again. Kids are hard, but we were all there once. And we were just as annoying as they are. Everything you say or do is being watched and shaping the personality of another human being, and if you duck up, you duck them up as well. Try to remember that your kid is a person. No matter what problems arise. Remember what life was like for you growing up in different stages of your life. And try to empathize whenever possible. Kids suck up unbelievable amounts of time, money, and energy. And that's if you get an average child. If your child has issues, mental, psych, neural, it just swallows your life, marriage, free time, etc.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.